Hello everyone, this is Jerry Sarmiento, and this is our show on the internet, Mesanote Bites, transmitting from beautiful Cypress, Texas, just outside Houston. And today we're going to continue with our travel adventure of 2011, when we visited Lima and Cusco in Peru between April 23 and April 30. We started our day after breakfast and came to Parque El Olivar, or Olive Park, in the district of San Isidro in Lima. This is a very old park. You can tell these trees are all very old olive trees. I remember coming here when I was a child in the early 70s. Now after that nice stroll in the park, we went to have lunch at Huacapuyana. Here we are toasting with some great pisco sours. Now, Huacapuyana is one top restaurant here in Lima, and they specialize in Nouvelle cuisine, Andean Nouvelle cuisine, I should say, which is basically old or ancient recipes using very local ingredients, and all of it stylized to modern standards. Let's take a look at some of this food. This is a dish of anticuchos, and what it is basically cow's heart marinated in herbs and spices and vinegar and some other ingredients, is skewered and grilled. If you think about it, the heart is a muscle, same as a tenderloin. The texture is amazing, the flavor is fantastic, so let's just call it a Peruvian tenderloin. Another Peruvian fact is that we have over 1,000 different varieties of potatoes, and on this dish we have a sampling of causitas, which are basically potatoes mashed with lime juice and spices and topped with some different ingredients. In this case is topped with some crab meat. Just delicious. Now the next dish is something that's probably going to make you cringe. It is called chicharrón de cuy, and the cuy, C-U-Y, is actually a guinea pig. The taste is compared to rabbit, however, is much more delicious than rabbit. It is, however, very difficult for people in other countries such as ours to accept the eating of cuy, which is regarded as a pet. However, the cuy is a staple of the Andean cuisine, and it was regarded by the Incas as a tremendous source of protein. Now, of course, we needed some great wine to go with all the food that we were having today. We came across this fantastic Tempranillo Crianza by the Picasso family of the Vista Alegre winery south of Lima in Ica. And here we are toasting the day.
Until 1980s, this place didn't have protection, and most of the remains.
After lunch, we went for a tour. Right, that's the restaurant down there, which is sitting right on the grounds of the Huacapuyana. Huacapuyana wasn't really discovered as an archaeological site, or regarded as an archaeological site, until the 1980s. I remember playing around this neighborhood and on the Huacapuyana itself back in the late 60s, early 70s. They were just basically mounds of dirt, and it wasn't until the 80s when they started the excavations and they studying the culture. Now, this is probably one of my favorite moments, sitting by myself while everybody is shopping in the Larcomar shopping center, and I'm sitting here having a bottle of Cusqueña beer and contemplating the beautiful view from up here. This is a small restaurant in the Larcomar center, looking over into the Pacific Ocean. Just a wonderful time to look over the horizon and meditate. Well, on this day, our good friends Bill and Gail had already gone back to Houston, and Adriana and I were looking for good food for lunch, so we ended up at the Costa Verde restaurant, which is another top restaurant right on the water in Lima. They identified us quickly as Mexican and Peruvian, so they planted our flags on the table, which was kind of fun. Now, being on the water, you expect that we would probably order some seafood, and we did. This is fantastic seafood. We sampled some great mussels, some octopus with olive aioli, mixed ceviche, some causitas, which are the potatoes mashed with lime juice, and some other delicacies. And of course, we found some great Peruvian wine, Atacama Blanc de Blanc, which is made south of Lima in the province of Ica in Peru. Well, before dinner, what a best thing to do than to go see the sunset right here on the water in Lima. We had a chance to see the people gliding. They call them parapente here in Lima. They jump basically right at the edge of that cliff, which is about 300 to 400 feet drop. Once they jump, they catch those great winds blowing from west to east. This particular time, late in the day, the wind has just shifted from north to south, so it was very difficult for people to come back. So you can imagine hanging up there in the air and wondering when are we going to be able to come back. But they do it, and they have a lot of fun. And here is the view of the sunset. Beautiful sunset right here in Lima. And what a wonderful way to say goodbye to this day in Lima. Well, I hope you have enjoyed our last episode and this episode when I took you around neighborhoods and restaurants in Lima. We still have a lot to show you in the next episode when we go to Cusco and Machu Picchu and the Sacred Valley of the Incas. So until then, I wish you the best. And don't forget, enjoy life, have great food, have great wines, enjoy the company of family and friends, and enjoy life in general. Till then, cheers from Mesanote. Bye now.